Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Duality 7X. I'm your host, Shiraz. Look, guys, this is scary stuff. This isn't the kind of stuff that I want to chat about necessarily. I already had another story already lined up for you guys for today. Unfortunately, I have to put that on hold because this is breaking news, and unfortunately, not the kind of stuff that I like to report on. But we need to because here we try to cover all the things that are trending. No fillers, no fluff. Just real discussions, especially when it comes to the world of combat sports. And there's no bigger trending story right now than what we're hearing. But everyone's aware of Anthony Joshua, probably one of the biggest names in boxing today. He just came off that unbelievable win against social media megastar, entrepreneur, pro boxer Jake Paul, recently at the Casilla Center in Miami, Florida on December 19th. And unfortunately, the reports that are coming out right now, and he is also, sorry, the former two-time unified world heavyweight champion, I should add to that. But unfortunately, the reporting that's coming out right now is that Anthony Joshua was in a very deadly car crash in Nigeria. Now, fortunately for Anthony, he's okay. He seems to be managing. He's doing fine. He's in the hospital right now. He's getting checked. He's getting, all the doctors are with him right now, and he's undergoing some further tests. But unfortunately, two other people have lost their lives. So AJ was in the vehicle. We need to talk about this, guys. So let's kind of get right into it. So according to the reports, according to what we're hearing, Anthony Joshua was traveling in a Lexus SUV on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway in Nigeria. The vehicle ended up colliding with a stationary truck late that morning. And here's a part that really hits hard, right? Two people, unfortunately, were pronounced dead at the scene. Okay. Footage started circulating, on social media, showing AJ sitting inside the truck, hence the thumbnail that I put out here. Inside the wrecked footage. And I mean, there's shattered glass like all over the seat. Looks like there's airbags that might have been deployed, glass like metal like everywhere, and you could tell he's like clearly shaken up, right? And this wasn't just some like minor fender bender. Joshua was taken to the hospital, and thankfully, authorities later confirmed that he's okay and he only suffered minor injuries, but that's still really heavy considering the circumstances and what happened. This isn't just another headline, guys. Like, it's important to understand that these are real people. He was out, they're traveling early in the morning, and then this collision happened, right? And unfortunately, two other people have fallen victim to what unfolded. But I mean, it just goes to show how quick things can turn on the dime, right? How fast everything can change. Even for somebody at the top, like literally at the top of their profession, of their sport. And I mean, he just came off a massive knockout win over Jake Paul, and reportedly bagged nearly close to like 70 million pounds. I mean, it was a spotlight on boxing. It was globally recognized. People from all over the world have been watching, chiming in. Netflix numbers going through the roof. Execs are happy. People are happy. And now this happens. And one moment, Anthony Joshua's, shown, like, there's pictures of him playing table tennis with his buddies, and friends in Nigeria. And the next, he's involved in a deadly car crash, being rushed to the hospital. Like, life doesn't really care who you are, what your status is. Whether you're that maintenance worker who was at the Casilla Center that day on December 19th in Miami, or the ushers in the audience, or the people who are serving you popcorn and drinks, from the concession stands, all the way to Anthony Joshua, to the promoters, to the top dogs, to the people that run the world. Life doesn't care who you are. When things happen, things happen. Eddie Hearn, his promoter, actually confirmed that he was aware of the situation, but he didn't want to further speculate. And obviously with respect, but Nigerian authorities have later reassured everyone that AJ is fine. But let's not really gloss over this, guys. I mean, two people's lives have been lost, and that's the big tragedy in all this, right? And AJ was sitting behind the driver, with security following in a separate vehicle. And then witnesses said bystanders rushed in before emergency services arrived, right? I mean, talk about pure chaos. And unfortunately, sometimes in those parts of the world, that's what happens. It's just chaos all over the place. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, right? And it's a little uncomfortable. I mean, what if the crash would have been worse, right, for Joshua? I mean, he has a planned, return to the ring in Riyadh, sometime in February. There's massive, heavyweight timelines and schedules being, built around him. He's recently being offered an opportunity to, bypass the labyrinth of fighters in the WBO path to go straight and fight Fabio Wardley for the WBO title. I mean, and also the big mega showdown between him and Tyson Fury. I mean, there's all kinds of things happening for Anthony Joshua. This could have been really bad for him. This could have completely derailed his efforts. He's been out of commission. I mean, not out of commission, but he's been out of the scene for many, many, many months after his loss to Daniel Dubois, after being knocked out. And then after that, after coming back, he took on this fight within 6 weeks within 6 weeks of the potentially planned date between him and Jake Paul. And he took that fight on short notice. And now he's looking forward, to what's next for him, right? And this could have all been derailed if things went south, right? One accident could have shaped the entire heavyweight division as we know it. And it really makes you wonder, guys. Does an incident like this, slow AJ down kind of mentally? Does it change how he moves, travels, or even fights? How did this all happen? How did he even get into this accident? What was it like? What were the circumstances surrounding? Was the person behind the wheel intoxicated? What happened? Right? So these are the kind of moments that stick with you, right? And honestly, we're just so glad that AJ's okay, But this is bigger than boxing. It's a reminder. It's a reminder for us all to move, every day that we've got the opportunity to move with gratitude, because nothing in life is guaranteed. Belts, money, fame, all the things that come with it, those are all the perks, the fruits of our labor. But at the end of the day, you can't put a price on your life. You can't put a price on or a value on your life itself. Your life is not a value proposition. It's not a business deal. This is serious stuff, right? And I mean, if this doesn't humble somebody, nothing else will. I mean, from what I know, Anthony seems like a really cool guy. He's very, family oriented, and he seems to be quite a very humble person. But this is life changing. Definitely life changing. So look, bottom line is, for those of you who are just tuning in, Anthony Joshua just survived a deadly crash. 2 lives, unfortunately, were tragically lost in this incident. More information is becoming available, and we're staying tuned. So the boxing world is taking a big, big, deep breath and a sigh of relief, knowing that AJ is okay, but really sad about the 2 people who lost their lives. So guys, those are my thoughts and comments today. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think. Does this experience change somebody like Anthony Joshua moving forward, mentally, physically? What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts and comments. And thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate y'all. And please keep safe. Just take your time with things. Don't rush. Never rush. But anyways, guys, I look forward to catching you guys on the next one. I hope you stay safe. Peace.